Welcome along then to opening round from this week's GP event coming in from the Easter event. Hope you're all having a good one. We are back on the phone screen recording this time as we are away on holiday. So hope you have watched our strategy guide and you are ready to put in your best performance. This is what we're running: Zhou Guanyu, Max Verstappen, and we've got the car setup is as followed as well. Potentially could use Typhoon. I think I will actually because of the SCR rating, so we'll move that forward. 154 over 178. So let's go and see what we can do for race number one. And race number one is coming from a potential interesting race of Zandvoort. Let's see what we can score. Make sure to let me know down below how many points you're scoring in the opening round. So a tough race to start with then, matchmaking pretty difficult, and we're going to have to try and come through the field as we always do and score some points. That's going to be the aim. Maybe 40 plus with a race start boost that we can try and get added to it. It's going to be a tough group now in Series 12. And let's see, look, rival well out ahead. P4 with Prost and Zhou Guanyu. So we line up 14 and 16, and it is a wet race to begin with. So we won't waste any boosts. We'll go on to Rooster. We'll get that 20 race start, and we'll let the rival match up and ready up. So here we go. Race number one. P14, P16. See what we can do. Rival's gone for Cuppa and Cuppa. We have got Cuppa available, but we're going to just hold it and look after a boost as we get a great start with Zhou Guanyu, who already is up to P10. We're going to conserve down this part here, and we will then move back up. And this is a really good place to overtake, so we'll basically just push back through. And we've got Zhou Guanyu into P9, double Ferrari ahead. Can he get past Charles Leclerc? Not quite. Hopefully into the last few corners we can make a move, but we'll cut him down. Verstappen up to P12, and there goes Zhou Guanyu into P8. So P8 and P11, rivals managed to get P2 and P3 at the moment, and we're going to just try and close that gap all the time. Cut back down through here, conserve power unit through this section of the track, and then we'll push again. Try and gain any positions we can. We'll be pitting on lap 3 and pitting on lap 4. As Zhou Guanyu is trying to get past the Ferrari. And he can't at the moment, stuck in a little bit of traffic, but now he squeezes through into P7. Verstappen's in P10. Cut down again, gain some of that power unit back. So it's looking okay for points. We'll pit basically Zhou Guanyu this lap. Can he go up the inside of Hamilton? Yes, he can. And Verstappen is bang there getting past Russell now as well. So P6. And we're going to come into the pits, P6 and P10 at the moment. And it's going even better. Zhou Guanyu into P5. Verstappen trying to get past Charles Leclerc. Everyone's going to be doing a lap 5 pit stop mainly. So we have got the chance to do a little bit of undercutting as we get Verstappen into P9. So one more time round. There's the rival coming back out of the pits at the moment. We'll get ahead, but only because we haven't pitted. And then we'll come back through. Where's Zhou Guanyu going to come back out? P22. Nicely get ahead of one of these if he can, but he can't. So we cut back down. P7. Where are we going to get up to here? P22. There's Hulkenberg. Everyone going pretty slow at the back. Verstappen's going to come in on laps number 4. Whilst everyone else carries back round. Zhou Guanyu's got a little bit of traffic to deal with. But some of them from the back are now starting to pit. There's Bottas. And you can see Verstappen coming back out. So P18. Both on a similar strategy now. Go to the end. Hopefully we can jump up a few positions as we keep pushing with 2.5 laps to go. Doesn't look great at the moment, but it will get better. And we will move up the field as everyone starts to double stack. So the leaders are in. There is a chance that we could get into P3, P4 maybe. But we've got to cut down and save some power unit. So as we come round, P3, P4 are already out, but we're up to 5 and 6. So big push needed to see if we can get any higher. 2 cars potential that we could get. Just got to keep at it and hope that we can close the gap. We can close the gap already on Verstappen as we cut back down. And it might just be the one place that we can get here. Might just be P4. And we'll just save our power unit to get at that position. Not the worst start in the world. Difficult matchup as well, remember. And now if we go through, can we now get Max Verstappen? No, we can't. I'm going to swap these round. Come on, Max. Get through, Max. There he is, P4. What about Zhou Guan Yu? He can get P5. We managed to come through the field a little bit from where we started. We're not going to get P3 of Lando Norris, but it is going to be a great race for us. I'll take that all day long. P4 for Max Verstappen and P5 for Zhou Guan Yu, and we will happily take 41 points against a very tough rival. We'll show you that rival right now. 1575, so 130 team score difference to start this weekend's racing off. You can see Prost and Zhou Guan Yu, and yeah, pretty dominant over myself. We're off to Hungary with a 7% chance of rain, so let's see if it is good for us or it is bad. We probably want a wet race if we want to get some bigger points than in the dry. Probably a little bit easier to score some points, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, we've got a decent matchup to qualify first of all. So, let's find out where we started. P10. Wow, that's a lot better than we were last race. P10, P14. We've got rain in 1 minute and 49. I'm going to go for mediums on both. We're going to go rooster again. And we're going to try and comfortably last this out for 4 laps. And then we'll be coming into the pits. Real player, like normal. And we'll wait for them to ready up. And then we'll try 40 points again. That is what we've got to go. Got to score. If we got to make sure we get through to the final round. Here we go. Good start needed. Can we? This is all about luck in the first corner at Hungary. We'll do the little trick start and hope for the best as we do accelerate away. Zhou Guan Yu round the outside, and that's going to work a treat, but not a treat for Max Verstappen. He's down to P15. Zhou Guan Yu is up to P3. He's had a brilliant start round the outside. Exactly what we needed. And Zhou Guan Yu is nearly into P1. Verstappen's moved himself back into P13. A lot of work to do in this one for him. But a rocket ship start from Zhou Guan Yu, and that puts him in a beautiful position. Now suddenly we're nearly losing positions. Zhou Guan Yu's moved down to P3 as we try and just earn some power unit back. Can Verstappen get past Russell? No, he can't. So a difficult race then for Max, who now gets into P12 as everybody kind of Constantino effects up. We've got Lando Norris ahead of Zhou Guan Yu. Lando Norris is on hard tyres. We want to get past him as soon as possible so we don't get held up. And now we are past. Can do 5 laps if we need to, but I think it'll be a 4-4 with the rain coming in. As Max Verstappen is in currently P11. Can he get past Carlos Sainz with a bit of a lunge? Yes, he can, up to P10. Better racing. Definitely a 4-4. That is what we plan to do. Zhou Guan Yu leading ASW F1 Racing at the minute. And quite comfortably in P2. Wet tyres now for him. Max Verstappen is into P9 with a nice big lunge. And we'll come back for some wet tyres too. So P9 and P2. Got to be scoring 40 points plus. We've got to be making sure we get through. As we absolutely slow down for some odd reason. There is Zhou Guan Yu in the Alfa Romeo running higher than normal with that boost. And we're already up to P6. Brilliant work. Zhou Guan Yu's in for some wet tyres. Minute and 40 until the sun comes out. And it's going to get pretty dry pretty quickly. Wow, why are we just lost out massively with Max? Everyone carries on round. Zhou Guanyu is back out in P3 and the only guy on wet tyres from the leading pack. Verstappen's going back out. Can he get ahead of Ocon? Yes, he can. And now, 3 seconds he's took out. Zhou Guanyu's flying. Can he get P1? Max Verstappen's flying compared to the field. There's Alonso struggling. And there's a Ferrari and a Alpha Tauri struggling as well. But can we get through? No, we can't. 44% wet and we're getting overtook by Fernando Alonso. Come on. They're on really bad tyres. Finally, up to P11. Zhou Guanyu is into the lead. We'll make up some more places as we get into P8. There is still 3 cars out there on hard tyres. So we can move up 3 positions still. So P5 possible. We have about 2 laps to go. There's the first one, George Russell. And again, 64% we can't get past. Come on. And we're going to get overtaken. How does it make sense, Hutch, that you can't overtake and we lose positions? And we've lost good ground from where we were. P7 now. P6. And the rival is going to try and lunge. Everyone slows down because the game doesn't know how to accelerate cars. And we're into P6 still. Got to get past this Alpine, if we can, of Pierre Gasly running high in the top 5. We are closing him and we'll pull him in briefly. And now we'll push out of it again. Can we take P5? Yes, we can. Zhou Guanyu leads quite nicely. Max Verstappen in P5. That should mean we're going to get some decent points if we can keep this together. And it will be 44. We're not going to catch P4 of what is Fernando Alonso. Oh no, it's Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll in P4 as Zhou Guanyu takes victory. Max Verstappen, not used to saying this, is going to come home in P5. But we'll take it. We will absolutely take it. Chasing down Lance Stroll. Can't get there. And it is a very solid P1 for Zhou Guanyu and a P5 for Max Verstappen. 44 points. And another real player matched and another real player raced. We'll move on to race 3. We'll show you what the rival is running, who comes home in P7 and P13. And it was a decent matchup this time in our favour. 1-3-5-1. And level 7 Verstappen, level 4 Zhou Guanyu. And speed over cornering. Final race then. Race number 4 brings us to Monza. Monza can be great, it can be terrible, but we're about to find out how many points, if any, obviously we can, score as we look to complete the halfway stage of this opening round. No part 2, it will solely be part 1 only, and then tomorrow maybe no commentary, but we'll be back with the final round. So Frost for the softs, hards for Verstappen. We're going to use Rooster again. Why not? Why not save some good boosts? Especially when we're not going to get top 10s, so we might as well save the boosts. Need a little bit of luck on rewards. 36 seconds of 6 degrees. And then, yeah, sun, and just pure sun in Monza. Here we go then. Rival readying up. Verstappen's on a 4-4. Very, very good strategy. It will work very well. The question will be, can Zhou Guanyu make places off the start? Currently, can he get a push? He gets a push, lovely, and he's going to get through. He's going to get through into P8. Max Verstappen down in P15. Hasn't made any ground up from the start. That is disappointing, as now Zhou Guanyu is in the traffic of these corners. But he is going to make a couple of places, and so is Max Verstappen, who gets himself up to P11 now. And Zhou Guanyu is moving even more forward, P5. Kevin is ahead of us. Squeaking past P10. And now we'll push out of this corner. So 3-3-2. Max Verstappen's made up a really good run in this race. After that bad lap, sort of half a lap. Zhou Guanyu still pushing, gets himself up to P3. I mean, any about a P2, that would be nice. Here comes Verstappen into P9. Look at that. Look at him go, Max. Anyone would think he's a world champion. Can we get past Charles? Not too bothered. We've got to look after tyres now with Zhou Guan Yu. He's pretty close on the tyres. Where is Verstappen? Currently P9 with Russell all over the back of him. Zhou Guan Yu's sitting nicely. Just biding his time, collecting the power unit. Verstappen sitting behind Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc must be on the hards. He is. So we could do with catching him up, because he's going to be on the same strategy as we are. And if we can just bide our time, we can come back at him. Up to P6 we go. We're going to keep pushing at the moment. Where is Zhou Guan Yu? There he is in the background, as you can see, now behind Kevin. Can we get past Charles Leclerc? Rivals pushing on the mediums. They're going to run out of tyres, though, surely. And we're finally through past Charles. There's Zhou Guan Yu in P9. Rivals pushing, which is great, but they're about to look after they're about to look after everyone else's grid positions by running out of tyres. As Zhou Guan Yu comes around, he's going to jump up positions as these one-stoppers pit. And he's up to P4. Ahead of us, brand new tyres, hard, medium and softs for the rivals. Verstappen out in P8, worst case scenario. Can we get past some of these? Come on. No, we can't. Annoyingly. Come on, where can we get Max? Max is kind of like running a lowly race, isn't he, on his own at the minute? Zhou Guan Yu comes round. These three all sticking together. One of them's on the hards, though, so they will go to the end. And no one in the pits. So we'll keep on attacking. Who else have we got ahead of us? It is Hamilton, but Verstappen's too far back. Carlos Sainz will pit as well, so maybe one more position for Max Verstappen. You can see Zhou Guan Yu just attacking these three all the time. Verstappen's coming through as well. 2 laps to go. Where's Zhou Guan? Look, you can see how powerful the one-stop is. Getting ahead of Zhou Guan Yu. But Zhou Guan Yu has got some power to do now. Can he close on the cars ahead? We'll try and swap them round. P6 and P7. We've got a few people. I think Alonso's going to be pitting as well. Does Alonso pit? I think he should. There's a Mercedes in the pits, which we will come past. Alonso doesn't pit. He'll run out of tyres, I think, on the hards. We continue to push. We're not going to get past Hamilton. There is Zhou Guan Yu. Who's he got ahead of him? Some very weak, hard tyres. Norris is clear out front on the mediums. Wow. Here is Zhou Guan Yu into P4. Alonso will run out of tyres. But it doesn't matter because we're into P3. And when does Alonso run out of tyres? He has run out of tyres. So we should pick up an extra position with Verstappen. There he is coming round. Surely we're going to get past here into P6. Yes, we do. So it is 41 points at Monza. It's another 40-ton plus, we'll call it. And I will happily take P3 and P6 starting from around the second half of the field here in Monza. Rival comes home in P11 and P19 using boosts as well. So good 41 points. We'll show you that matchup as well. 1-4-10 for the rival. And level 4 Norris, level 8 Verstappen, and decent setup as well. So let's show you where we got to then after this opening round. Halfway through, obviously the rest will be done offline, and it is 167 points. We have dropped 21 points so far. Very difficult racing, but we're pretty consistent with scoring 41 3 times and a 44. Hopefully we'll get through to the final round and we can try and pick up some very decent positions and points. But make sure to let me know down below, how many points are you scoring in the opening round?